Let's have some fun. Oh, gotta turn the traction control off first. Woo-hoo-hoo! Hello everybody and welcome to episode 2 of Driving Lines The Long Road Home. I'm your truck editor, Matt Mogadam, and today we're in the capital city of Whitehorse in the Yukon Territory. We'll be driving about 10 hours south into British Columbia to a town called Muncho Lake. We got a lot of miles to cover, but I have a lot of cool stuff to show you along the way, so let's get this day started. Nice and gassed up. Check that out, the handle matches the Jeep. Alright, Tim Hortons. Your coffee's good, but your lids need some help. Ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived at our first destination here in Carcross. And this is a really cool place. It's unlike anywhere I've ever been before. It's called the Carcross Desert, and it's known as the world's smallest desert. It's 1 square mile. That's literally exactly how big it is, 1 square mile. And it's not really a desert, it's more just like a big sand dune in the middle of the forest. It's not quite dry enough out here to call it a real desert, but regardless, that's what they call it. And the best part about this little sand dune is that you can drive on it. So what else am I going to do with this brand new 2018 Jeep JL with all this stuff done to it? Then go out there and tear up the dunes a little bit. Alright, just gonna shift it here into 4 high. Yep, transfer case is actually really easy to shift in this thing. Much easier than the JK. Let's have some fun! Oh. Gotta turn the traction control off first. Alright, now we're ready to party. Let's go! Oh man, this thing moves in 4-wheel drive. Oh, we got some whoop sections up here. Oh. This is so awesome. Who would have thought that there'd be a sand dune like this in the middle of the Yukon? Oh, wow. Man, you guys have got to see the view from up here. So the JL has already proven itself to me out in the dirt. I've taken a few different trails on the way up here, but I haven't driven one in sand before. And I gotta say, it's very capable. I would say more so than the JK for sure, because of all the power you get out of this 3.6 with the 8-speed transmission, and being able to shift it on the fly like this really helps. suspension wise, these Fox shocks are really kicking ass. I got them turned up a little bit, so they're really taking the hits nice. As everyone knows, when you get into sand, you can get a lot of chop, but you don't feel it as much. I mean, you do feel it, but you don't feel it nearly as much as you would on like a stock setup. So the Fox shocks really came in handy out here. 3.6 puts out a lot of power. It feels faster than a JK. I know that they bumped up the horsepower a little bit, but it's smooth. You know, you get it all throughout the power band, all the way from the low end to the high revs. I kind of want to buy one of these. I'm a Toyota guy. All right, well, enough fun here in the dunes. Time to get back on the road. We still got like 8 hours of driving at least. Anyway, Carcross Desert. You're 1 square mile. You're the smallest desert in the world, but in my eyes, you're freaking awesome. Truck stop, I picked up a bag of chips that my buddy Marcel back home asked me to get for him up here. I guess he's had them before and he can't get them where down in California. So I got you a bag, Marcel, but I'm gonna eat some of it. I'm not from Canada, and excuse my ignorance, but I really don't know what all dressed means. It smells like barbecue. Let's give it a shot. It's almost like someone mixed the seasoning for salt and vinegar chips with barbecue chips and like a sour cream and onion chip all together. Well done, Canada. All dressed chips. They got my thumbs up. Well, while we're here in Watson Lake, I figured we'd check out one of the coolest spots around here, which happens to be a very unusual attraction. I've never seen anything like it before. It's called the Signpost Forest. I'm going to show you guys what this place is all about. Well, here it is, Signpost Forest. It's literally a forest of signs. Man, I wonder I wonder how long this place has been around. I mean, there's a lot of old stuff here. You just gotta wonder where all of these came from and how people knew to bring them up here along their way. This place is pretty huge, so I'm gonna do a little time-lapse thing to show you just how big it actually is. Kind of bummed I didn't bring a sign from my hometown or nothing. I just don't have anything here. So next time I roll through here, I'll be sure to bring something with me. It looks like a lot of people actually just took their front license plate off and put it over here and just rested on the way home. Pretty cool, I guess. Okay, before we get out of Watson Lake, it's time for gas stop number 3 for the day. These are some old gas pumps. Fill up first, then you pay inside. Back south to Muncho Lake. Looks like 264 kilometers. So it should put us back to about 7 p.m. arriving at the hotel, which is perfect because checkout closes at 10. And I really didn't want to be late for that because let's face it, sleeping in a Jeep when you're 6'2" isn't exactly comfortable, and it probably gets real cold. So we will be on time. I've already seen 2 watch for buffalo signs in like the span of half a mile. I'm watching, I don't see any buffalo, but if I do see any, you will be first to know it. I don't know that I've ever seen a buffalo up close before. Let's keep an eye out for buffalo. I think I might be a little bit lost. Oh boy. Sorry. Hey, you remember that time when I said if I found a buffalo, I would stop and take pictures and videos of it? Well, I found one. So there's a herd of buffalo right there. It's a freaking jackpot or what? I think I got my fill of buffalo for the day. Time to hit the road again. Got another hour, I think, till we get to the hotel. Bye, guys. So now that I've seen my first buffalo up close, I can say with confidence they do not have wings. I mean, mind blown. I've been deceived my entire life. I have no idea what I've been eating this whole time. It just tastes like chicken to me. I was a little worried about coming down to this point where I'm standing until I looked down and saw Ridge Grappler tracks that seemed like there was no struggle whatsoever. Those are Nitto Ridge Grapplers, and that's what I got on the Jeep, so we're coming down here. Must be getting close to the hotel because it's called Northern Rockies Lodge, and I'm pretty sure we're getting into the Rockies. I can see a lot of tall peaks coming up ahead above the tree line. Alright, just checked into the Northern Rockies Lodge. I'm pretty beat, so I'm going to go get some dinner, take a shower, and then hit the sack. Tomorrow we got about 9.5 hours down to Grand Prairie through the Rockies. So it's going to be a lot of cool stuff. I've never been down that way before. First time for me going this far south. So it's going to be an adventure we're going to go on together. Good night.